Hello, I'm Joel Baird, the General Manager of Missoula Community Access Television, inviting you to another edition of What's Up Missoula. We're on the campaign trail for the next couple of weeks. There is a race for the City Council. There are a number of candidates in the field. We're trying to bring to you as many as we can for a little informational segment, so I hope you'll stay tuned. I want to tell you a little bit about how the election itself is going to work this year.
You know, I was going to tell you they'll be mailed by the 24th.
Correct.
Not necessarily received.
Okay.
They would be received.
Well, Ed Childers is here. He's going to give us a candidate profile about his own candidacy, and this is what I've gotten written down. Ballots will be mailed to all active registered voters on or before October the 24th. It's your ballot. If you lose it, you have to go to the elections office to be given a provisional ballot. Make sure you sign the back of your envelope. The ballots must be received by the election office no later than 8 p.m. on November 8th. You can get it there with a first-class stamp. So you can put your ballot in an envelope and mail it. You can take it to the elections office on the second floor of Missoula County Courthouse anytime before 8 p.m. on November the 8th, the election day. You can take it to the fairgrounds after October 11th. They'll be set up out there. You can hand deliver it to one of 7 schools. And I only know Hellgate and Lowell Elementary School is the only ones I know. And you can ask someone to do it for you. It's not like you have to take it in person. So if you don't get a ballot and you think you ought to, call the elections office, 258-4751. And that's if they don't, you think if they don't receive it by October 24th.
No. They should mail it by the 24th, and you'll receive it soon afterward, I would think.
Okay, yeah. So there's your hotline, 258-4751 if you have. If we've generated more confusion, they can call there.
Right.
But Ed, welcome. Thank you so much for taking the time to come.
Glad to be here.
Here's your first question. What do you think is the most important issue facing the city in the next 2 years?
You know, the issue that we deal with every year is putting together a budget that's going to keep providing services for the people in Missoula. It's not an easy thing to do in the last few years. As you know, the economy has not been outstanding.
Right.
We still ask people to pay their taxes. We still provide the services. Some things are not being done as well as I'd like to have them done, but we are getting everything accomplished, and we will continue to do so. But as far as challenges, that's really the main thing, turns out to be money.
Gotcha. How do you differ from other candidates in this race?
Well, I have 2 opponents. One of them is passing out a card that has some candidate information on it and some business information on it. I think that's a very innovative use of a campaign. She's not working very hard beyond that. The other candidate, I have no idea what he's doing. He doesn't show up at these kind of things. As far as I know, he's been at exactly 1 candidate forum out of quite a few that I've been to. So I can't tell you what he's about. I can only tell you what I'm about, and I'm about keeping the city working.
Get out. And apropos of that, I'm sure it flows. If elected, what would your primary goal be for the next year?
I just told you, I'm trying to keep the city working. I've been on the council since 2000, which is kind of a long time, but when I started, there was an environmental impact statement beginning to redo Russell and 3rd Street.
Oh, no kidding. The one that just concluded, that was just out and concluding a comment period.
Well, yeah, and we're hoping very much, and I hope it happens this time, for a record of decision by Halloween of this year, not next or 3 years following, but this year, which will leave an opening for some more comments, and perhaps we'll begin the project itself by next year. Oh. I'd like to be around for that.
I see. So if people don't know, I just want to tell them that Russell Street project is one of improving Russell Street, its traffic flow, and I guess it would be prejudicial to say that the project is one of widening Russell Street, because there are groups that want to see it as a three-lane, one in opposite directions and a turning lane in the middle.
You know, there's one thing that everyone involved seems to want, and that's to have sidewalks, bike lanes, and places to stop a bus on Russell Street and on 3rd Street.
Yeah.
You know, the 3-lane people want that, the 5-lane people want that, and the last I heard, the 3-lane people have decided they would concentrate on the amenities, which people still think of sidewalks and bike lanes as amenities.
And underpasses, I've heard loose talk of it. I don't know if that still goes on. The notion that an underpass for Russell would be created.
Those, I've seen the final suggestion, and there are underpasses. There's at least 2 south of the river and 1 north of the river. So it'll be great. There'll be one at the beautiful new Milwaukee Trail. It's just open.
Yeah.
If you go down Russell Street, you'll see their signs right there near Wyoming.
But you're saying it's been a while that the Russell Street improvement, and I think the 3rd Street intersection there, that's been under discussion and evaluation for at least 11 years.
Oh, at least, yeah.
Yeah. That is a while.
Yeah, it was actually started before I got on the council.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, I believe it. I believe it. And I know people talk about Russell Street Bridge as being one of the older, scarier, more narrow traverses over the Clark Fork.
we got some money from the federal government to help do the bridge. $6 million, I think, is sitting there. It's been there for years waiting to get this project started, but the environmental
didn't have to be
impact
given
statement
back.
taking forever. No,
Yeah.
no, not as far as I know. I hope not.
What should people know about you, your experience, your background, your vision?
Oh man, I have to say more things about me.
I'm sorry.
I have a lot of experience. I've actually been working with the city since 1977.
You were the treasurer at one time.
I was. I started in that office. I was elected. I served 3 4-year terms as the treasurer.
That's 12 years altogether.
That's 12 years just as the elected treasurer, and 8 years or so before that. But my vision is to have Missoula keep getting better. I've been here since 1948 or 9. I'm not a native.
Right.
I'm an Army brat, so my mom was from here, and this is where I lived in 1963.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anything you want to add? Because there is a little time. Painfully enough, there's like 2 more minutes, but you'll have to use them all.
2 minutes.
Yeah.
I could add that I like MCAT, but
Oh, thanks.
you know,
That's
you
prejudicial.
know I've supported MCAT for a number of years,
Yep.
as well as the franchise for the cable company. I like the city. I mean, I like to be part of the government that keeps things going. I like to be able to put in good projects, like some of which are controversial. The aquatics project became controversial when the costs became higher than they were expected.
Yeah.
But now the aquatics, as far as I know, everybody likes them a lot.
Yeah.
And I sure do.
Well, Ed, thanks so much for taking the time.
You're sure welcome.
And thank you for watching this segment, our candidate informational segments here on MCAT. Once again, I want to encourage everyone to learn your status. If you're not a registered voter, there's plenty of time before November 8th to make sure you are. If you are a registered voter, you should be getting a mail-in ballot. If you don't see the ballot, give a call to the elections office, 258-4751. Well, for MCAT, I'm Joel Baird. Thanks for watching.